Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. Welcome, esteemed panelists. I think the topic itself is very, very interesting. How do we transform PSUs as we talk about digital era, right? And if you just go back 10 years, 15 years ago, nobody was talking about PSUs and digital in the same breath, right? And now if you see, PSUs are in the forefront of whatever is happening in the digital era, right? And pick up any newspaper, Economic Times, Financial Express, whatever. At least once in 2-3 days, there is a mention of a project that a PSU is leading. Could be railways, could be oil sector, could be power sector, in terms of not only staying ahead in the digital era, in the digital curve, but actually making a difference. And there are so many examples today that you can talk about, whether it is as basic as getting your passport renewed, to tracking couriers. We've started taking the entire Tatkal thing that Railways does. We've started taking a lot of things for granted now. Earlier, you had to go, stand at a station 2 hours, 8 o'clock in the morning. The window used to open 3 minutes, all tickets gone. Now you're sitting in the comfort 10 o'clock in the morning of your bedroom and booking tickets. So I think PSUs and our Honorable Prime Minister has also spoken a lot about it, saying PSUs will be a very, very key driver for us to reach where we want from a Viksit Bharat perspective. With that, I'll come to you, sir, Jaideep sir, for your opening comments.
Hello. Good morning, esteemed dignitaries, colleagues and friends. It's a proud privilege for me to be in this panel, and I thank the organizer for taking up this very important subject. Friends, in my 37 years of career working with the service sector, railways, government sector, and few PSUs around in the length and breadth of the country, I have seen so much, learned so much, understood so much, and I wanted to, whatever I learned, I wanted to speak. So there is so much to speak. When I started in the morning, I thought, what should I speak? So I jotted down few points. And believe me, it ran into 2 or 3 pages. I don't know how much time I have to speak to you.
2 minutes and then we'll come back.
So, number one, what is a digital governance, as you all know? Like till using the power of the digital tool, using the power of AI, the digital technology, in the good for the overall citizens, overall mankind, that is the digital governance. Till now, what we used to do is, we used to service the customers like what we wanted. But now, the service has to be what they want. And this gap has to be covered by the power of the digital transformation. So this is basically the digital system that is to be used. And as you all know, as just he has mentioned, that initially we used to be in the queue and there used to be a lot of problems for the reservations. But now, since the website is so fast and there's a communication between the customers and the service providers, so we also know what they want, they also know what we can offer, and there is a close communication, two-way communication. So this is my opening remarks, and then I'll proceed as we go further. Thank you.
Thank you, Gupta sir, for your kind remarks. I think one key takeaway from that is what we wanted to offer versus what they want now. How are we bridging that gap using digital transformation? Thank you so much. Azad sir, your opening comments, please.
Thank you. Greetings to all my friends. Thank you for one thing to the organizer. I am from cooperative sector, not truly public sector undertaking. Of course, We have all the ingredients and everything of public sector undertaking only. So we also consider ourselves PSU. But basically we are cooperative society. KRIBHCO is a multi-state cooperative society serving two big pillars. Cooperative strengthening up to the grassroots level, and at the same time agriculture, which is so crucial for the country. So it has rightly been said that only digitization of what we have been doing since so many years will not help, because the demand is and expectations are different. The serviced community or farmers and our stakeholders, they want something more, not only what we have been providing since serving them the way we have been. So that has changed a lot, and we are utilizing at KRIBHCO all kinds of digital tools which can support these two aspects. These changes has happened not only initiative of organization as such. Government is also providing the required ecosystem, and they are creating that awareness to expect more and to be served in a better way. Two specific things I would like to mention here for adopting digital tools. One is we have a limited resource, of course. So prioritization of services or delivery is a must. Second, we are not in isolation. We are connected to the World Forum. So sustainability and meeting that expectation is also there. And whatever digital tools are being adopted, governance is being done, is focusing on all these aspects.
I think that's a very excellent starting point, is that I think as citizens, as consumers, our expectation from digital services is increasing a lot, right? Gone are the days when from an agriculture perspective, you would only just tell us how the weather is, right? And whether it is ripe for planting something or not. Now we want to know how fertile the land is, what is the best time, when should we plant, when should we cut, everything, right? Thank you for those initial comments. Gurmeet sir, your opening comments, please.
Good afternoon. Thanks for being me here. My name is Gurmeet Singh, and I'm the Executive Director and CEO of the Electronics and Computer Software Export Promotion Council. We are a body under the Ministry of Electronics and IT, supporting all small and medium industry people in their global outreach efforts. So clearly, I would say that whether you talk about just not the PSUs, even digital transformation and digitization is the key across all the sectors. So it is a very important topic and very close to our heart and the passion that we drive. So if we recently, we have all seen that the situations like COVID, where the companies who are only digitally equipped, only they can thrive, just not survive, they can thrive. So it's very important that we implement and adopt digital technology, and so proudly we have lead that growth, that drive in the recent times, and clearly established India as a digital leader across the globe. So I'm looking forward to the discussions and deliberations. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think common vision to make India the leader across the globe. Thank you. Mr. Tandon, your opening comments, please.
Thanks, Jaspreet, for opening the session, and a warm welcome to all the distinguished guests, media friends, and industry colleagues, and panelists on the stage. I believe empowerment, enablement, and the transparency are the three key pillars based on which the digital governance framework rests. Inclusivity has always been one of the key driving factor based on which the entire project or programs are driven for driving efficiencies and the transparencies to the citizens as well as all the key stakeholders. the most important thing of any digital governance framework is that how do we drive from the purpose? Until as we define the purpose and the milestones, the framework cannot be made. And any program on the digital transformation always is a journey. It has no ends. You continue to improve upon because the technology is there to fuel the further imaginary use cases, what you must have not thought at the time of conception of the project. We are one of the key trusted partner, ICT partner for the government. And it's a proud day today for the all of us when PM has dedicated the J&K rail link to nation today. As I'm speaking, thank you. As I'm speaking, we are enabling the live streaming of the entire flag off of the PM dedication of the rail link to nation. Right at the Chenab Bridge, right at the Ajni Bridge, right at the Katra Stadium and Srinagar railway stations. So this is the power of the digitization. Telecom network has always been a key enabler in entire digital transformation. Because until unless the telecom networks reaches to the masses, the real benefit of the digital governance is not realized. That's my opinion for the opening session. Thank you.
Thank you. Sinha sir, your opening comments.
Namaskaram and Jai Hind to everybody. So digital transformation, it has two words, digital and transformation. Probably I will first try to put my thoughts on what do I understand by transformation. So I think transformation is more of a mindset of how can I serve my customers, my people in a better way. PSU is backbone of India's growth, public service. So the idea of people first and designing our services towards having a people-centric approach is the first thing which should come in our mind when we talk about implementing any kind of solution or services. I think the transformation which has happened in last 1 decade or so, we have seen so many things, UPI, then DigiLocker, Aadhaar-enabled services, Umang application, all these things is primarily coming because of that mindset of the leadership team, the mindset of the elected government, and then the mindset of the leadership team in the various establishment that is bringing, that's probably playing the biggest role. Thereafter comes the policies, processes, tools, technologies, people, and rest of the operation stuff. And when we are using technologies, it's very important to select the technology and implement it in a way so that it brings real value to the people or customers. I have been in private sector, and with more than 25 years of experience, I have been playing a key role between what my customer wants and what can I deliver to them. And one thing which always is in back of my mind is, what can I do better for my customer? How can I serve my customers in a better way? And I think when that thought process is there in the back of the mind, the solution and ideas automatically pops up, right? So when we implement any kind of solution or services, that has to really bring value to the people, to the customers. And when I say value from their perspective. I may be delivering wonderful things to my customer, but is my customer, is my people really finding value in that? That is a big question. That's my viewpoint to get started with.
Perfect. I think Sinha sir, very excellent viewpoints on saying what is digital, what is transformation, right? Because you get confused between digitization, digitalization, or, just automation, right? I think, Tandon sir made a point about inclusivity, right? And I think one of the great things that the entire digital transformation is doing today is at least helping reduce the gap between, in rural India, right? The digital divide that we so call about. Sir, I would want to know your comments on how does this entire digital transformation help solve this rural divide problem?
See, in my opinion, this is what I have been always learning, and IT is a enabler of business, right? So IT is an enabler of business means you have a business to do or you have a service to give, and IT helps you to deliver those services in a better way, right? If that services is not designed properly, if the services is not, customer focused, and when I say customer focused in terms of, PSU, then it is more of public service to my citizens, right? If my services are not designed with a citizen-centric approach, what will technology do? Technology will only enable you to automate certain things. It will enable you to do certain things in a faster way, more efficient way. But the whole idea of implementing the service with a people-centric approach is the crux of everything, right? So only when we have that kind of approach, and I think our government is playing a big role. I think that Lieutenant General Sir, he mentioned that, only when we have Suraksha, then only we can have a Viksit Bharat, right? So the concept of Viksit Bharat, or the concept of, taking India to that level, is the mindset which is coming from the top, from the elected government of this country, and then the leadership team of the various establishment, right? So that was my thought process.
Excellent points. I think as a country, one of the goals is inclusivity that we are looking for, and that is why you pick up any larger schemes from a country perspective are all aimed at there. And I think pick up the last budget as well, and there were so many schemes from a digital perspective that were only targeted towards the rural India.
Yes.
So that whether it is microfinance, etc., whatever the government is doing, right, is to bridge the digital divide, which has already started becoming quite huge, actually. From inclusivity, I would want to come to you, Gurmeet sir. Digital transformation you cannot do in isolation, right? It's an entire ecosystem. You've got MSMEs coming in, you've got startups coming in. So how does your organization work with various startups from a digital transformation perspective and the ecosystem?
Very interesting that, in ESC, we always believe on our 3 C's, which is we called as a collaboration, co-creation, and capacity building. And these are the main 3 pillars. If you, connect the 3 pillars, which is industry, startups, and academia. So what we saw is that there was our IT industry particularly that runs on a very dire need of a talent resources. So if and the academia, they are the feeder of our IT industry. And startups are, full of ideas and innovation hubs. So if you bring together all these 3, important pillars together, that's what we do. And if you bring together the academia, the industry, and the startups, they really complement each other. And
academia, industry, and startups.
Okay. Because, the industry needs a talent pool, which, he gets from the academia. And again, a new, fresh ideas and innovation, they get it from the startups. So it is very important that the academia, few times back, it was raised that the talent pool which is coming after passing out from the graduation levels and coming out the industry, they were not readily employable. So there was discussions that the industry needs their reskilling as per the needs, the current deployment, the needs there in their respective domains. So that has been started. So we bring together the academia, changes, getting suggestions from the industry, what all they need, what is the technological upgrades that they want academia to incorporate in their curriculums. And again, these, although they have a very fresh ideas and innovation hubs with the startups, they don't have that, requisite kind of experience. And because they're a single. So these industry guys, they are already well established and they can provide a hand-holding, not a mentorship, they can provide a financing also to these companies.
And probably I'd want Tandon sir to continue on this, right, from your perspective. But I think you made 3-4 very interesting points. And if I look at the entire 3 pillars that you spoke about, the startups, the industry, and the academia, with this initiative, it's not that it benefits only one. It benefits all 3, right?
Yeah.
Industry gets a role in nation building. Startups can build for the future. And academia can, fortunately, unfortunately now, which is is still slow, is to upgrade themselves on what is the requirement of the hour from a academia, from a industry readiness perspective. And we do a lot of work with education institute startups, and we are starting to see that, again, sorry for using the word big gap, between what is actually needed in the market versus what is coming out from the academic institutions, right? The gap was very big, is big, but I think there is now conscious efforts by the entire ecosystem to just narrow the gap down. Thank you, sir. Tandon, sir, please.
I think one of the important point which you are making is that academia was not much involved into the entire journey of this digital governance. But it's up to the industry also whether they shake hands with the academia to embark upon some new strategies. And I want to quote here that we have a official tie-up with IITM Parvartak, IIT Madras offshoot, for development of a Bharat DB for entire government sector. This is a very transformative strategy where we aim to replace a lot of DBs of XYZ companies with a completely sovereign DB.
Wow.
And DB is a part of all the applications, all of us who are part of ICT, they understand what the meaning of DB here. It may be a kind of 3-4 years journey, but right now we are in the testing phase and we are going to test it on the workloads because we are running data centers and we are hosting a lot of applications of customers as well as the enterprise sectors. So we are developing a lab wherein we are going to test applications on that DB. This is academia answer to the point raised here. But the collaboration is extremely important in entire digital journey because all of us understand that one-stop solution is not available with everybody. How do we collaborate? And our organization, we were born as collaborator. Our DNA is to collaborate with the industry. Way back in 2000 when the company was formed to monetize and modernize the telecom assets of Indian Railways. And slowly and surely we became a formidable player in ICT industry, where telecom is one part, but on the other hand, we are giving solution to a lot of government sector as well as enterprises for ICT applications. We have done collaboration with the micro entrepreneurs also. Our Railwire story, which is FTTH in the broadband sector, is a well-known industry where we have almost 10,000 plus partners who are last mile service providers who take broadband to masses in the underdeveloped or undeveloped area where the biggies are not there at all. The democratization of internet through public Wi-Fi at railway stations, 611 plus railway station, is well known to industry, where there are a lot of stories that people have used the internet to make their livelihood and do a lot of things which you are not able to do because the internet was not available to them. Apart from that, there are a lot of interesting ICT stories which are there in media, not there in media also.
Right.
For example, this Aadhaar-based authentication is now de facto standard in most of exams which are happening.
Right.
And we have again tied up with the tech startup for biometric exams, where it is under CCTV surveillance, face recognition, Aadhaar authentication, monitoring entire command control center of hundreds and thousands of centers which are happening together. So there are many stories of collaboration on our part, and we always thrive upon the collaboration to give the best of ICT solutions to partners. Thank you.
I think some very interesting points, right? And I think Aadhaar itself, like you mentioned, the entire authentication piece is today probably a biggest case study globally. On with one single database, you can authenticate everything that you want to do in your country. Azad sir, I'll come to you now. We've been speaking about digital transformation, benefits it brings, etc. And we know you've been in the forefront of it for the last 10 years. Let's reflect back and what is the biggest change you have seen in your own organization because of what does it mean, number one, for your organization, and number two, how does, what does it, how does the last few years journey look like? What does it mean?
Thank you for asking this question. I will take a little bit more time to tell you what shift or what changes has happened. This forum I am taking opportunity to give a little bit insight of what a cooperative system is, how we are working, and what are the area of concern or interest. See, as you know, even though cooperative concept is more than 100 years old, it started long back, but the importance has been recognized, and they have been serving rural villages and all aspects farmers. But at the same time, it is also touching every urban person as well. You may call Amul, you may call KRIBHCO, IFCO, NEFED. They are having all the services and products which is targeted to the country as a whole, and very crucial thing. Now, when I say KRIBHCO is a cooperative, multi-state cooperative, farmers are our owners, directly or indirectly. We have small packs, primary agriculture and credit societies as our members. So they are our owners, they are our customers. So basically, we are for the farmers, by the farmers, and of the farmers. This is one aspect. So we have to strengthen all cooperatives set up right from ground level to up to the topmost layer, which we are at the level of KRIBHCO. The second aspect is we are dealing with the farmers, providing them inputs, which are very crucial. And at the same time, we have to take care of their products, their profitability, their sustainability. So all aspect has to be seen. So when you ask what kind of shift or what kind of governance we have adopted, first I will take the internal changes which has happened to institutions like us. The importance is very well evident since a new ministry has been created, and it's doing fantastic work for these institutions. So what we did from paperwork and small applications, we have created a centralized ERP system based on SAP ECC system. And all our data, right from the production to the marketing field, is seamlessly available in real time. So this has brought in a lot of efficiency, accountability, and inclusive service providing. That is the internal part. Now, what external thing has happened? There has been a lot of initiative by government. Now, fertilizer movement system. One single example is FMS, IFMS. That is fertilizer movement being monitored and being implemented by Government of India. Today, the DBT, direct benefit transfer, which is slightly different. I will also take a few minutes to explain. In other DBT, whenever somebody is buying some product, the benefit or the subsidy is going to that person subsequently. Here the DBT, the farmer is getting the product at 1/4 of the cost, and 3/4 is coming as a subsidy. So this subsidy is being allocated to fertilizer companies based on sale. So FMS is there, and this shift has really changed the life of farmers as well as institutions.
So yeah, I think thank you for giving so many examples where we can all realize that if we ride on the digital transformation journey, it can really change our lives. Sir, coming to you, I think how would you associate a company like a railways, all right, and look at digital transformation, right? How do you look at, uh, I think it's very, very difficult when I look at today railways and what can it do, differently from a digital transformation perspective. Whether can you automate your customer service, can you use chatbots, etc., etc. Would want to understand your thoughts there.
Thank you for asking me that.
Especially service organization.
Yes. As you all know, railway is a vast organization. Apart from serving the customers, using AI tools, predicting the way the customers want, what they'll be the demand, and how we can serve them better. That is one. Backstage, we as a vast organization, we have like electrification. As you all know, India has gone, we are already 100% electrified, 99%, this year will be 100% electrified. No other railway in the world is of this magnitude is 100% electrified. We have our transmission line, our OHE, that is the overhead catenary of 1.6 lakhs kilometers, right from east to west and north to south, entire thing. Like today, the electrification has gone up to Srinagar, Baramulla. So trains are going on electric trains. So backstage, we have to maintain such a vast organization. Here comes the power of AI. Like with the more and more trains, we have to move more and more passengers, more and more freight. We don't have blocks, we don't have outages. So if every time we want a maintenance team to go and work for maintaining the system, the trains have to be stopped. So if AI can be used and we only stop the train when it is needed, so this predictive analysis of the maintenance, that is going to be a game changer. We are going for that. We want a predictive maintenance system regime for maintaining our entire assets so that undue outages may not be required. This is one. Number two, for making policies of such a vast country, we need a lot of information. Till now, a very small sample of information was available on which we used to take our policies in the railway board. Now with AI, with so much of data coming to us, and then we have filtering tools, we have tools to know which information is important, which we have to see. Our policy becomes very, very important, very effective. And a decision is really very good when we take based on so many information available. This is only possible because of the power of the AI, power of the net, power of the information gathering, and also the power of the filtering the information so that we can know the real information where we can find out a solution. So these are the few points. Apart from this, AI and AI, as you all know, it's going to be the game changer in all the field. And every day we see this, and including the in the ticket center, like in IRCTC, you find there was a problem regarding the Tatkal booking. Even there, we could solve it because of these AI bots. We could solve the problem of the Tatkal booking. Thank you.
No, I think thank you. From organizations like railways, the direct benefit transfer schemes that we spoke about, to the entire, startups, ecosystems, how, it's not only one particular sector, but telecom, agriculture, to understanding the entire inclusivity. I think I really had a great time. I made so many notes on this panel. Please give a huge round of applause to all my fellow panelists.